anybody who's familiar with science fiction fantasy kind of fandom and gaming probably knows about things like Dragon Con and World Con and MillenniCon, and there's these conventions of, for lack of a better term, geek/nerdy kind of behavior. Gaming conventions, puzzling conventions, science fiction conventions. Everybody's heard about Star Trek conventions where people dress up as Star Trek. There's all these conventions that are all over the place, and they're big, huge deals, and for some of them they're huge money-making deals. So these are all these conventions that have been around for years and years and years and years. What the Hell Con is the yachting club and Guilford College's answer to that. We're not a huge enough organization to do a con like Dragon Con or MillenniCon or even Stellar Con, but we do it with our own style.
Can you define what the Hell Con?
No.
Okay, let's see. What the Hell Con is... First word that comes to mind is geek. Sweet. And then there's a bunch of words that just stem off from that. So then there's board games, and then there's LARPs, there's anime.
It's definitely an interest convention.
There's art and comics, and there's just anything that anyone can get obsessive about, which can basically mean anything. So it's just people who are passionate about what they do that bring it here and decide to just share it with people, hoping that other people will gain interest as well. And what's so great about what the Hell Con is a lot of local artists will come, comic book artists will come here to show off their work, to sell their work. So it's very Guilford convention because we kind of support our local artists.
There are rooms where people show really bad movies, like just a bad movie after bad movie, and you sit and talk and watch the movie and talk about it and make fun of it as you're watching it. There are rooms where people show anime and anime music videos. There's the John Hatch Memorial board and card game room, which makes it sound like I'm dead. I collect board and card games, and so at one of the What the Hell Cons I offered to bring in a chunk of my collection for people to just play with in one of the rooms, and so they set up the John Hatch game room. There's the Geek Auction. The Geek Auction was originally like a bachelor auction for one dance at the dance that came afterwards. But of course, the people being auctioned off were geeks. So the joke would be, of course, because the stereotype is that geeks aren't very attractive and aren't very socially adept. So how much would you pay for a dance with a geek? I bid 2 cents. I bid 5 cents. But then over the years, people started coming in and trying to do themes and actually, dressing well and actually being attractive and not following that stereotype. And so we started raising real money. And there have been in the past, and there is this year, a musical performance. We've had game designers come in the past. We've had authors come in the past. We've had movie makers. We've had people who've made movies come in and show their movies and talk about how they made them. We're all just having fun. People become very businesslike about it and very serious about it and turn it into almost, they forget that the whole point of it is to have fun. And I don't think we forget that.